Ladies and gentlemen, please take a seat. The slaughter is in motion. Welcome to Celluloid Slaughter with your hosts, James and Joe.
Howdly doodly, Joe.
Welcome to Pod, everyone.
Welcome to the Podiverse. It is me, the Podster.
And this is Celluloid Slaughter.
What up, cinephiles? You're listening to Celluloid Slaughter in the Podiverse.
You know, Cinephiles would have been a good name as well, but...
It would have, but I feel like that's a bit too on the nose.
Yeah. I don't know...
It's a bit too standard of a name.
Right, I don't know if we fit into the realm exactly of what some people would want to hear.
Yeah,
do people actually listen?
We get a consistent amount of views.
Like, a consistent amount of one view a week?
It's like 12 views.
Nice.
In total, like,
we got like a baker's dozen coming up.
Sometimes when we're on a very topical type of thing, we'll get like maybe 40 views, and it's like, hey, fuck yeah.
Oh,
it's like, really? You know, we're building.
They really want to listen to us.
They really want to listen to us be just complete fucking idiots.
Well, you know, I feel like we gotta, like, entertain them somehow.
We're a real Suicide Squad of commentators.
Yeah, one of us has to die. And
fuck, where's my knife?
Jim, it's in my hand. No, what I really want to talk about is Rick Flag in Suicide Squad. Oh! The feels!
Johnny hated him.
What?
Immediately when he came on screen, before he even said anything, he just walked up and was like, hey, Savant. First words he says, Johnny's like, I fucking hate him. And I'm like, what? And she's like, he's so different. They replaced the actor. I'm like, Johnny, he just grew his hair out and shaved his beard. She's like, what? Exactly. He used to have a beard. And
he just changed his look. I like this look compared.
I think for the movies, this look is more fitting for what James Gunn wanted with the original look of it.
I didn't like his other look in other movies.
I think his other look fit the
the David Ayer.
The David Ayer
The David Ayer goatee type look.
The David Ayer goatee and what was originally a fade with a slick back on the top.
Okay.
Because remember there's scenes with him with that hair?
Yeah.
Like at the beginning there's that, and then at the end when he's talking the Deadshot.
Or is he just inspired from the Brad Pitt's haircut in Fury? He's like,
I think that's the haircut they originally gave him, then for the reshoots they shaved it.
Okay. Interesting.
Or maybe it's a different way around.
I don't know. But I like this look more.
Because in some of the promotional material, Adam Beach is wearing all of his armor, and then some it's just the chest plate.
Yeah.
And it's like, what do you want?
That was such a waste of Adam Beach, though. Come on, the guy from Joe Dirt. He could have been Turok. They could have made a Turok movie.
They can still make it, Joe. We can still get Adam Beach.
Oh, he can be an old Turok. All right.
There are multiple Turoks.
Yeah.
There's a comic devoted to the Turok.
Turok 3 Evolution on...
the Turok multiverse.
Oh. All right. That's a deep dive in itself. But Turok 3 was an amazing game. It's the second.
Did you ever play the newest one? The 360 one, I think?
I don't remember, maybe. I have one of the new ones. I just haven't really played it.
Okay.
But back to Joel Kinnaman.
Great. I loved him. He was so...
I did not hate him in RoboCop.
Spoilers, by the way, for The Suicide Squad. This came out literally just a couple days ago and everything, and I know some people still haven't had a chance to watch it.
We've recorded this in advance, and we're holding on to it until a few days, and we're going to release it. So,
yes.
Hopefully you get it by the 9th or 10th or something.
I was planning on putting it out tomorrow. I was going to throw it together tonight and everything, put it out tomorrow morning.
We will see.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Joel Kinnaman, great actor.
Great. Loved him.
He did exactly what the movie needed, and I felt it. When he died, I was so upset.
Oh my God.
I was like, this is interesting, Jim. This is really upsetting me. I really felt it.
Right.
I was like, damn.
And you could... I loved... Very surprised by John Cena's performance.
Yes.
Which makes me hopeful for The Rock and Black Adam, the movie and everything, because they have a lot of actors that I'm like, I don't know if this will pair well with the Black Adam character, but seeing John Cena have this type of emotion to him, where you can see that he fucking regretted killing him.
Yeah.
It was I just killed America.
Yeah.
I respected the fuck out of this guy, and I just killed him.
Yeah. Then he does Peacemaker, what a joke.
Fucking great line. There are a couple of references to Zack Snyder's stuff in here.
Yeah, I know.
The what a joke is such a fucking comedian line.
Yeah.
It's all a fucking joke.
Yeah, his character totally reminded me of a comedian, but all about pro-America this time.
Oh yeah, this is like the
anti-
comedian who is like actually
Yeah.
in his beliefs, not just like so fucking deluded.
Yeah, Ooh, I can't wait to see the TV show.
I loved that they like had the mislead of like, oh, you're expecting Rick Flag in your
Yes,
life?
yes.
Fuck you.
I know.
You watched this piece of shit get his redemption story with killing so many people.
I'm like, fuck. This movie's really mean-spirited. Like,
Stephen Agee, I loved him.
oh,
He dual roles, by the way. For
Yes.
people who don't know, other than playing the assistant, he also does the body acting for King Shark. So that's really him doing the acting for King Shark.
yeah, King Shark really.
Amazing.
Oh, I love
amazing CGI, by the way.
Yeah.
So lifelike for a lot of the scenes and stuff. Like the shot of like him looking at the fish, it looked very photorealistic to like a
I
shark.
really enjoyed seeing him. I'm like, wow, like this character is really like he's really warm-hearted.
It's so weird that Sylvester Stallone has such a fitting voice. Like at first when you hear him go, "So smart, me," it's like but
The
that's
guy
like,
was just
oh
wanting
my
to read
God.
a book. You know, he was trying to like, oh look, I can't read, but
I like that the guards are so calm around him that they're just like, yep, and then like they tap him when he needs to move and everything. They're like, okay,
yeah,
go here.
he seems like a gentle giant, but if he really like has to do what he has to do.
Nom nom.
Nom nom. Then when he gets in the tank with the fish, I'm like, oh. Then they start eating him, and then the
That's
blood's
such
everywhere.
a good song, by the way.
I thought he was gonna die. I was like, oh my god, they just
the
killed
first time we see something penetrate his skin,
Mhm.
it's these little like monster things, and they all die immediately.
him. Then he falls, and I thought he splatted. Then they shoot him. I'm like, how the fuck is he?
Here's the
not
thing:
dead?
I knew he wasn't gonna die because of the trailers, but it was like still in the back of my mind, like this could be a Deadpool situation where everything's a fucking lie.
Yeah.
Which I'm gonna say from the trailers, there's only one shot I realized that isn't in this,
Which one?
and it's Ratcatcher sitting on the street after like they steal Peter Cabadelli, the Thinker.
Okay.
After they steal him, and she's sitting on the street with like the rat thing, and she activates it, and like a giant swarm of rats start running up the street. It's in the trailers.
Maybe
but
there's
not
an
in the movie.
alternate.
So
like,
hopefully a deleted scene.
yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. Speaking of Ratcatcher, she was really sleepy. Quotation marks. She was
Even
on,
the actress, by the way,
she was on heroin.
the actress was also like. There's a lot of like behind the scenes shots of like her being asleep and
Oh,
everyone
really?
on set just being like fucking at her.
Well,
It's
they
very
really
funny.
played up the her dad being addicted to heroin. Taika Waititi, and
I'm sure she was.
And I was like, okay,
Great role, by the way.
Yes.
So surprised. Like, who's he gonna play? It's the fucking like the most heartwarming scene. It's
Yeah,
just,
there, a lot of heart in this movie. A lot of
Rats
heart,
are
a
the
lot of
mo-
mean-spirited shit.
rats are the most minuscule creations on God's earth, but even they have a purpose. And it's like,
So New Zealand-esque.
Why'd you have to die? Oh, dude, it's such a kind character. I loved it. Who was your favorite character from this entire movie? And I know it's a big list. But, like, I'm not talking just superheroes. I'm talking even like the assistants or anybody.
Yeah, characters. I really like King Shark, and I really like
Sean Gunn as Calendar Man.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious.
You fucking pushy. Oh, it was great. But yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but
Yeah,
King Shark?
King Shark and Rick Flag, like those two really like stuck with me.
I
Like I really like Idris Elba.
He was very calm this time around.
Yeah.
It was like Rick Flag, he's kind of more eased into like this kind of like lunacy.
Well, the way the movie opens, it's like a total gut punch. Like, oh my god, they just like fucking murdered all these people, and they all died
I have
hilarious.
a theory about that, by the way. I have a theory that Nathan Fillion survived.
Oh, because it says what do you call it on the thing?
It shows him as dead, but he was the only one that we actually saw alive.
I think on a computer screen it says that he's.
Well, at first it shows him and Harley as still being alive, but then they mark him as dead, and I think they mark Harley as dead too.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, they don't know. They don't have their vitals like hooked up or anything like in the last movie. They just have like a infrared thing, and it's like they didn't see that Harley survived. They didn't see that Rick Flag survived.
yeah.
Till, like after
Then
the
Weasel
fact.
like they didn't monitor him because like, oh yeah, he's dead.
Did anybody check if the Weasel could swim?
Right then I was like, oh fuck, like they're all just gonna get massacred. And I'm like, well, that's like I think about it, like yeah,
Oh my
it's
God.
obviously gonna happen.
I loved Pete Davidson's death.
Oh, it was hilarious.
Fucking face exploded.
Then TDK, his arms, like I was expecting them to fly really fast, but they just like go normal speed.
Oh god, Nathan Fillion, what a great choice.
Yeah, what a great little cameo. Like I like seeing him in these movies with.
Are you aware of the Nathan Fillion Civilian Pavilion?
What?
So there was a petition to get Nathan Fillion's name for the civilian pavilion, changed the Nathan Fillion civilian pavilion in like this area where he was born and everything.
Oh, okay.
And it was brought to the attention of the rest of the members of the Suicide Squad movie, and they made a whole video where they're like, I support Nathan Fillion civilian pavilion. And it's just like all of them doing, and then Nathan Fillion's like, come on guys, support it.
Yeah,
it's like this
I
little
really
joke
love
thing.
that guy.
He's great. He's so kind too.
Did you ever see his Nathan Drake little short film?
I did. He was pretty good.
I liked it. It looked like a video game.
Fucking,
it was cool.
they had a Steve, the guy from Avatar and Don't Breathe.
Oh, really? He was in that?
Yeah, he played the old man.
Okay.
He played Sully, Mark
Okay.
Wahlberg's character.
All right, I'm trying to remember now. Okay. That's cool.
If you think about it, this is who Mark Wahlberg grows up to be, and Nathan Fillion's who Tom Holland is supposed to be.
Yes. So, did they put a fake mustache on him in the Nathan Drake, whatever it's called? What's it
Mark
called?
Wahlberg?
Uncharted? Yeah.
No, yeah, because Mark Wahlberg can't grow a mustache.
So, my question is, it's a fake mustache, but is his character putting on a fake mustache?
Oh, 100%.
Okay, that's why it looks
They're
bad.
gonna do the Scooby-Doo prequels where it's the Fred character putting on a blonde wig and being like, as if.
Okay.
Like, they're doing the, like, oh, here's a reference for you, fuck off.
Yeah, he can't grow facial
can't
hair.
grow- he can't
Have you
grow-
seen Shooter? His beard in that movie? It looks so bad.
That's why he always has stubble or, like, a very small beard.
Yeah.
To hide the fact that it only grows at the very top of his lip.
Yeah.
Like a fucking 1930s person.
Yeah, that's his only flaw that I can see, like physically, like I feel like he looks at every day in the mirror, is like, I want to grow a
Who
beard.
am I?
Who am I? Like, is there a way? Travels the edges of the earth to finding like the mystery cures and everything.
He's using that roller that like punches holes in your face.
Does
and,
that work?
Implants pores.
Do people do that?
I think that works.
I've seen,
like I know Hims does it. And I know Hims works or something.
Does that shit
So-
work? I see all the YouTube, Facebook.
I mean,
nonsense.
I've seen the people that use it
Podcast
get their
ads.
hair back, so it could be from that.
Have you really seen these people?
Yes. Well, I've seen the progress of them from when they start it, and then like to when they're talking about like I've been using Hims for this long and everything,
Yeah.
and it's like you can see like their hair was receding, there was a bald spot, but then it started like going away, like
Okay.
it became like.
I guess
actual
why
hair
not
again.
try it if you are gonna go bald, but at the same time, like
Yeah, if you're Mark Wahlberg, just spread it all over your face, maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe it won't just grow everywhere but your lip.
right, like at least grow a beard. Like I don't know.
He has that Brad Pitt beard from the 12 Years a Slave movie.
Ooh, that really Canadian look.
Just purely no.
Very
lip.
like muttoned on, and like okay, the Brad Pitt's gonna play the white savior in 12 Years a Slave, a Canadian who are like, oh yes, Canadians, they're not racist at all. They're like,
That's the
have you
Native
seen
Americans.
the news lately?
Ask the Native Americans about it.
Check out all those churches for the native folk and everything. Like, oh, there's all these buried kids underneath. Like,
Just
yeah,
the sweating meme. Just
Canada has a pretty dark history itself.
we're peaceful, eh?
They're really racist too. Oh yeah, they're Canadian. They're real nice. Oh yeah. They're all white.
Don't the French hate like immigrants despite like having one of the largest immigrant populations, and Canadians are like half French?
I don't know. I just know that once they got all those refugees, it turned sour.
It got really bad.
Well, there was such an influx everywhere from what was it? What country was it?
It was
Libya? All the Libyans?
maybe.
I can't remember, but one of those countries. Then they all came to the all the countries and everything, and like, whoa, we have no room. Like at this moment,
Like we'd love to welcome you, but
so
we have no
everyone
room.
started taking
So
some.
go to France.
So spreading them around, like that made sense and everything. Like everyone doing their part, you know, as a global community helping out. But yeah, like, well, it happens to anything, you know.
Right.
Anyways, back to
Suicide Squad.
we got into geopolitics.
We got really political for some reason.
and I don't even care, you know.
Who do you think had the worst performance?
Worst performance had
It
to
was
be
very-
the lady hanging from the helicopter.
Oh, Mongal?
Yeah.
I think that's sad to say because she's a big stunt performer and everything, and I feel like she was given no like lines or anything. They did a lot of.
She wasn't given a character.
They did a lot of talking about her, and it's like they like touched exactly on what her character is. She's an alien.
I think that was the joke about it all, especially the guy with the javelin.
Oh, dude, fucking Flua, I think his name is, the German actor who's like a YouTuber as well and a DJ. He made a whole song devoted to the character of Javelin after getting it.
Yeah.
He'd been working on it. He's like, okay, so Javelin is a ex-German Olympic javeliner, and that's who he is.
That's hilarious. You know, my favorite thing I noticed throughout the movie was the way he moved the camera around.
Right. It felt
I really liked it a lot.
It felt very new. It didn't feel like anything he's done.
It felt something like productive towards the like DC movies. Like like showing us like a new way to like
the fucking beginning where they're on the beach and it's the
yeah.
I love that. It's like you're clearly seeing this from the soldier's perspective, just watching Savant peek his head up over the sand wall and then go back down. I love that set.
I really like Savant. Like I really wanted to see what he could do.
Okay, I have a theory for how each member of the squad was captured, because it's like they're all so interesting, but it's like they clearly have been captured by these specific superheroes.
Yeah.
Like Savant, whose character in this is very close to his comic book version, where he's just a spoiled fucking rich kid who like just blackmails people.
Is that what he does?
Yeah.
I thought he was really good at like throwing like target shooting or whatever.
No,
like, with the balls.
I think that's because he's been in prison for so long, maybe.
Okay.
And that's like he's an expert marksman and everything, but he's a spoiled kid who like got really good at like skeet shooting essentially.
Yeah.
And like he's a very smart, intelligent guy, so he's very good at blackmailing people and everything, and that's why they call him the Savant and everything. He has Savant syndrome. And,
so that's his power. Okay.
Technically, but he's just a spoiled rich kid, and they show that immediately. Like he's like pompous. He's like, I'm the fucking best. You guys are all fucking cowards. And it's the moment he sees everyone die, he's like, just fucking puts it off the beach. It's like that's a real reaction.
Okay, that's hilarious.
So accurate for his character.
All
I
right.
loved, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking Pete Davidson's character had to be the most different from their comic book character.
Yeah.
Because his was like this big, like fucking hulking, massive guy with like a purple ponytail and like green mystic armor and stuff. And then this, he's just like a guy in like a motorcycle jacket. He's like, oh my god, like the most inexperienced person there, doesn't know how to put a belt on, like a fucking buckle.
Yeah.
Nathan Fillion was very clearly like an ex-military type of guy and stuff. And it's like
I feel like he was a weapon, like the government developed.
He-
Just the way he like
you
like,
know about his comic book origin, right?
I don't know anything. I think we talked about it once. We went over.
So he tried to be a member of the Justice Society,
Yes,
which is
okay.
the future version. And like, your powers are weird and gross. No, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna go be a supervillain now and just went and started stealing stuff with his arms and got caught and everything. But I like in this version, he's not exactly that.
Yeah.
It's that he's a bit more like, I'm just a failed experiment. I'm not actually a bad guy. I'm just kind of forced to be like this. It's very unfortunate.
Okay. Yeah. What was it? Oh, the helmet of Peacemaker when they had that shot.
Right. That was a great shot.
Yeah.
I feel like that was filmed on like a 3D camera.
Yes. And
Then
then
they like wrapped it around the helmet.
It was like when I was watching it, I saw the filmmaking, like how I was thinking of like that's how they would have done it. And like this is, I really liked the technical aspect of that. I was like, I really enjoyed.
Because you in the like featurette that they did, the first one,
Yeah.
where they show like a ton of shit, you see them doing that fight scene.
Oh.
So I'm curious, in that shot, do you see like a 3D camera on the ground to pick that up and everything?
I don't know, but
Also, their fight scene was amazing.
that was great.
Rick Flag and Peacemaker. It's like,
Yeah.
despite John Cena looking bigger, it's like you can tell Rick Flag can handle himself against this.
Yeah.
It's like
it was such a good twist in the third act. I didn't see it coming. I'm like, fuck.
I wish they hadn't shown that in a featurette, because that was the only reason I thought he would betray them the entire movie.
Oh, I didn't even.
They showed him fighting Rick Flag, and I'm like, what's the reason? Does he get taken over by Starro or something? And I'm like, but everybody else wears a Starro mask.
If anything, I would think like it's kind of like how you see all the other big action team up movies where they fight their teammates. You know, they get in like a brawl.
He killed my mom.
Or Thor and Iron
Tony
Man.
Stark.
Like. But then Idris Elba, he drops down all the floors just in time.
Fucking superhero
Then-
landing.
So, at the beginning of the movie, didn't Peacemaker say his bullets were smaller?
Yes, he. That's like the thing. He's like, I use smaller bullets, so he pulled out a smaller gun to even make his bullets smaller. I shoot inside your hole, so they don't even touch the edges.
That's what... So, John Cena said that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was him, like, being like, fuck you to him and everything.
Yeah.
Unless it's dope as fuck.
Then,
Damn it.
yeah.
God, that's such a great scene. And
Yeah.
the fucking polka dot man is just, I turned them all into my mom so I
Oh,
could
the
kill
moms.
them easier.
That was hilarious.
I wish in the dance scene we didn't see him seeing everyone as his mom, though. I wish it was like in the... Did you say something?
I laughed.
Oh, I thought I heard somebody yell. I was like, what? But I wish in that dance scene he would like see he'd be awkwardly dancing, seeing everyone as his mom, and then like he would slowly like it would go away and he'd be fucking partying, and then he gets into it and he like no longer sees everyone as mom, but as Idris Elba be like, that's your mom, and then he's like, yeah. It's like him getting rid of it.
Oh, that fuck.
He
Milton,
survived in my eyes.
fucking Milton and everything.
Best member of the squad.
And then it was really like
He was in so much of the movie.
Harley Quinn was very mean spirited about it. Like she didn't remember him.
I feel like this is the most Boston her character's gotten.
Yeah,
Her accent has evolved.
it was a different development in the character.
I like it. I like it a bit more though.
Yeah.
I feel like this was the peak of it.
I think the low point in the movie was her dream fantasy sequence where she's a sex slave.
Oh, with the president and like an hour of meeting him. A great song, very funny transitions. It was a very low
she is gonna like party up with the guy who just killed Rick Flag and all of her friends.
supposedly.
You know what I mean?
Right, she doesn't know Flag's alive until she sees him
And
running,
then,
doing the little Looney Tunes dance across the street with Flag shot.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Dun, dun, dun.
That fucking escape, like, oh yeah, we're gonna save her.
John Cena's gonna fucking blow the head off just some lady in the office.
Yeah. I can't wait to rewatch it after this.
Oh, it's such a great movie. I loved it. And I have to say, it's not a Marvel movie, folks.
Not at all. No.
So stop saying
It has
is.
no Marvel tone at all.
No.
It has James Gunn's tone all over it. His fingerprints. This is just like Slither. This is just like Super. It is this really dark tone. If anything, if someone's going to watch a James Gunn movie, watch Super. That is the perfect demonstration of his superhero tone that he has been bringing to his movies. And he really...
I was going to say, like, the perfect version of, like, the villain type of tone.
Yeah.
Would be, what's the evil Superboy? Blackburn? Brightburn.
Brightburn.
Brightburn, it's a perfect version of, like, the evil Superman story, and I think he did a great job.
Yeah.
And I think it's, like, if you're expecting type of gore, go for Super, Slither, and Brightburn as your examples.
What about that one that he wrote about the people in the office tower?
Belko Experiment. Great movie.
Yeah.
I loved it. I can't wait for the next one.
A nice fun ride. You get to see fucking, what's his face? Savant. Michael Rooker. He's in that.
I forgot he's in that.
He was a good character in that one. I've seen him a few times at the Comic-Cons here. I think you were with me that one time.
He seems like a great guy to me. He seems so kind and just fun.
Yeah, he seems like a cool dude, but he was a creeper. I saw what he was doing. I saw you.
I'm Michael Rooker.
I saw you, Michael Rooker. You had your fedora on that day. I remember.
He always has his fedora on.
Okay, he always does? Okay.
That's his look.
All right, well, I saw what you were doing.
He's
I'm not going to say anything, but I saw it.
I think Polka Dot Man might have been my favorite character.
Oh, honestly, I knew he was going to be your favorite, and he is such a likable character. I really liked him a lot. And it's a shame that he had to die. But I knew it was going to come the entire time.
Joe, his polka dots allow him to actually travel through the multiverse, so he didn't die.
You know what? He did get squashed. We didn't see his body.
We saw that group of soldiers get squashed earlier, and some of them still survived.
Yeah.
At the very beginning.
Well, you know what? The thing is, he is such a good character. Like, he had such heart and, like...
Right. Oh, my God.
You guys don't remember Milton? And he was really upset. Like...
Oh, fiddlesticks.
Yeah, fiddlesticks.
He doesn't cuss.
Yeah.
He just says fiddlesticks and then Milton fucking bites it in front of him.
The entire time I saw the trailer, I was like, oh, he's going to die right when he's like, I'm a
superhero.
I was like, fuck, this is right when he gets
the
like...
moment he finally feels good. Like, the whole movie, he wants to fucking die, and it's like...
Yeah.
No, it's like, oh, you choose to die? No, I choose to live moment and everything, and it's like...
Standing up, yeah, like, fuck.
Fucking, I love the consistency of the 3D model for Starro. After that, now has the burnt off foot in all the scenes.
Yeah.
I like that it wasn't like, sometimes it might not.
Yeah, then Amanda Waller, I feel like that was kind of like jumbled. Like could have been.
It felt like it was definitely the same character as the first one, but very much more.
But in the second half of the movie where they hit her in the golf club, I was like, fuck, like, and they get away with it?
Well, technically not. I like how she punishes the two people who definitely didn't do it, though. Like, it was everyone behind her.
Oh, maybe they killed the girl that hit her.
Oh, I was going to say, like, maybe that's a deleted scene is, like, Waller killing her, because we've seen Waller is not afraid to just straight up fucking shoot people.
It would have been a good sequence added in there. Her killing the lady, and then, like, you two.
It's clearly not too long after,
yeah,
too, that she wakes up and everything, because we see immediately after they kill Starro Bloodsport.
So that's Steve Agee, and that's James Gunn's girlfriend, the blonde, right?
Oh, is it?
I think so.
Okay.
I believe.
I didn't know. But...
I believe so.
All right.
That's why she's going to be in the show that he's making, too.
I really like the workers betting on who was going to die.
That was so fucking... what's that movie? The House...
Oh, Cabin in the Woods.
Cabin in the Woods.
It was such a Cabin in the Woods moment.
I was like, yes.
Great meeting, everyone. Don't let the boss know.
Fucking Richard Jenkins in that movie. Like, the moment he's on that little cart with the other guy... Like, fuck, that was my favorite sequence. In like, I would just want to hang out with those guys, talking.
You know, I'm gonna fix up my deck and everything, my shed, and it's like the other guy's just worried about the coffee spill on him and everything. Just completely. Are you even listening?
Then they're going over the betting odds and everything. I really like.
I just really wish it was a merman.
Merman. That's what it was.
What did you think of all the little Easter eggs in the prison of like the other prisoners and stuff?
I think this is something that DC really has a hand on, and that Marvel doesn't.
Right.
It's all the what do you call them? All the villains. What do you call them in the Batman?
The Rogues Gallery.
Yeah, the Rogues Gallery.
Yeah, you really
they really need to keep playing into this and just having them as background characters. You can always recast them. Right. You can always change their look.
Oh, absolutely.
It doesn't matter. It's just fun little things to see.
Just little jokes.
Like Calendar Man. That was such a... Like, you get to see Sean Gunn, and he's talking, like...
I like how it could technically also be a calendar joke, because he's talking about a birthday, which is a date and everything, and it's like, yeah. It technically
There's so many layers to it.
I really liked in the female prison that they all cheered for Ratcatcher and everything, and that one of the people was a character called Kaleidoscope. And that actress has been in other DC movies like Aquaman. She played the fish lady princess.
Yeah.
The queen.
I don't know. I just didn't click with the Aquaman. Maybe I'll give it a second watch. It's
a very unique movie.
I didn't care for it. I like all the people in it.
All the people?
Oh. Yeah, I like
Johnny Depp won.
He won one case.
Yeah, but
yeah. I liked their first movie together, Rum Diaries. It was okay. I remember watching it in theaters. It's such a time period. Like I feel like I can go back to when I saw.
That's the one with the Fear and Loathing director, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
We talk about that movie so much. We've talked about this so many times.
Rum Diaries?
We keep talking about it.
It's not a great movie, but it's interesting. But all right. Patrick Wilson's good in Aquaman.
Patrick Wilson was great. I kind of wish we'd gotten to see him in the prison, but I'm also like, I know he's not in that prison.
Yeah.
But I really like that we could really see anyone. Because not even the prisoners knew King Shark was in that prison and stuff. And it's like, who else are they hiding away and stuff? Yeah. And I love that we see it's like, because the first Suicide Squad, Amanda Waller has integrated her business into Belle Reve prison. It's like one building and everything. Yeah. And it's like, it's a makeshift military facility so they can just fly off in it and everything. And it's like, oh, I love it.
Yeah, I could really see when they had Idris Elba's Bloodshot. Was that his name?
Yeah, Bloodshot. Or Bloodsport?
Something.
Because it's Deadshot
and Bloodsport.
Bloodsport.
Okay. Yeah. Totally interchangeable when it came to script.
For character design, yes. But also character motives, it's the same as Deadshot's, because in the comics, his motives is that Lex Luthor brainwashed him after his brother was killed during the Vietnam War.
Wasn't it
in his guns teleported into his hands? He didn't wear a technologically advanced suit that built them as he combined it for whatever he needed. But I also like that aspect.
Yeah,
more.
With Deadshot, like the motivation being his daughter, and both like.
I feel like it was more it was better in this one because it wasn't that we had to remind ourselves of that daughter.
You didn't
we
have
just
the Will
thought of
Smith
Ratcatcher.
isms.
Right.
The Will Smith implication isms that you have when watching a Will Smith in a movie, like, oh, he has to play a certain character that only fits with him as a person. Like,
I think
that's weird.
I think it would be good to see in the next one, Bloodsport and Deadshot team up.
I feel like Will Smith would probably regretted not being in this one.
I agree, and I think like that's why we'll get him for the next one. We'll get Idris Elba as well because Idris is definitely coming back.
That'd be a good duo. It would be another penis competition when it comes to guns.
I love the jerk off joke that Peacemaker made because I feel like Idris Elba very perfectly went like as I'm just it was so well done.
Such a good time. I think this is the best movie this summer. Like,
we're going to be seeing like a ton of people showing up in the Peacemaker TV show as well, like a bunch of like side
rogues
villains
gallery
and like vigilantes and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
We're literally seeing a character called the Vigilante too and everything.
That's nice.
Far Cry 5 on sale on stream for $8. Not bad.
On Steam for your computer?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Oh, okay.
It's a good game. I probably can't play it though because my computer sucks. Kind of went all out for the Xbox instead, which has been great. But yeah, along with the Suicide Squad coming out, Joe, they announced a new casting for a DC movie that's been in the works for a long time.
What movie is that?
The Blue Beetle movie, which will be
Latin
Latin American representation in a superhero films.
And you said earlier...
it's been confirmed by the actor, the director, and DC themselves that the person playing it will be the guy from Cobra Kai, the kid.
Miguel?
Miguel.
I like that kid.
He's a great kid, and he was who I exactly wanted to play it too.
If anyone's going to move on up when it comes to that cast of kids, he should be the one.
Oh, absolutely.
Not Robbie. Fuck Robbie. Fuck that piece of shit.
They got a kid who had two fucking like defined facial features to play high schooler. I'm like, this isn't what people look like.
I seen trailers of other movies
he
was in, and he like played like a similar character. And I'm like, just from his Cobra Kai character, I'm like, fuck you, Robbie.
Fuck you, Robbie.
Miguel deserves it.
Is that a real fuck Batman mood towards this kid and everything?
Johnny, come on.
They announced the, did you see the teaser trailer for the new season?
I didn't want to watch it yet.
It doesn't show anything. It's just clips of them standing in like a dark room, like doing like poses and stuff as they do like an announcement.
Okay.
You see their new looks. I'm pretty sure Hawk no longer has his mohawk.
Oh.
I think.
Okay. When's this come out?
I do not know. I can't remember off the top of my head.
But
I believe it's later this year.
Cobra Kai. I don't know how to use. I don't know how to use your remote. All right.
So you click it.
Cobra Kai.
There you go.
All right.
Sure,
this is it right here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll be right back, folks. In 3, 2, 1. Fuck Daniel LaRusso.
Yeah. All right. Once this new season comes out, Jim, I'm gonna go do a deep dive for you.
We're gonna finally do this.
I think I'm gonna finally do it.
All this time.
Present my evidence. And I'm sure season 4
I think it will have been a year.
Season 4 will have even more added against Daniel LaRusso as a bad person. He's a bad husband.
Right.
Not only did he lie to his wife when he went
to
Japan, he went there to go see his ex-girlfriend and was banging her. And it's going to come as a plot point in season 4. Guaranteed. I am saying it on record right now.
Guaranteed?
Guaranteed. It's going to be a plot point. He's a bad husband.
By the way, it's coming this December, everyone. I know we forgot to say that right at the top.
That's a long time away.
It's a couple months, yeah.
How am I supposed to remember that? Wait, it's like end of August now, almost.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's August 8th, Joe. It's August 8th.
1 week into the month is basically... The month's gone.
Oh, the month's already over,
The month
folks.
is already over.
I mean, I'll agree. June and July went by like fucking nothing.
So this summer's basically gone, and I'm like, damn it. Thinking about it, like, fuck.
But with Blue Beetle, the reason I'm bringing it up, Joe, in the one of the most popular Blue Beetle comics where they introduced Miguel, that's also his name in the comics, by the way, Miguel.
Right.
Peacemaker was his guardian. like he watched over and went on missions with him and everything to keep the kids safe, and he was like becoming a good guy again.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, because they announced it at the Suicide Squad movie preview, Joe, will Peacemaker be showing up in the Blue Beetle movie? Because this is the first version of Blue Beetle where he was like this, and he was very popular in that and everything. And so I'm just saying, like, maybe we might see that. I'm not saying we are, but that is a possibility. I'd like to see it.
Yeah, there's a lot they're going to build up.
A new kid sort of not cynicism. I don't even think that's the right word. But, like, the Peacemaker, like, character trying to find redemption. He finds this, like, very pure and innocent kid.
Yeah.
Like, just becoming a superhero, and he's like, maybe I could teach this kid to be better than myself. Maybe we might get something like that.
Okay.
Who knows?
I can't wait to see what's going to happen with that. I don't know anything about it.
Great character.
Right.
One of my favorite characters he's a very new character.
I feel like
as
I
well.
need to see, like, a visual.
Okay.
After just watching that little teaser studio shot that they had of the characters in Cobra Kai.
I'm slowly pulling up a Blue Beetle picture. So, this is probably one of the most famous pictures you'll find of Blue Beetle. It's an alien scarab that attaches to him.
Yeah.
And then creates like an Iron Man sort of suit around him and stuff.
So you think we're going to get like a suit, like Iron Man-esque?
I hope it's not a purely CGI suit, which I think they'll have to do for the face because the character is very well known for having no nose.
So this is DC, so like,
This very much so is DC's Iron Man character.
So this is going to be a TV show?
I believe it's a movie.
Movie, okay. I'm just trying to think about what they've done with their other DC characters lately. Okay, something like that.
Yeah, he's in that picture. It's very much more Iron Man-like. With the helmet in his hand and everything. But yeah, it's a technically advanced suit and everything. And I'm excited to see it. We could get the Peacemaker in it and everything. Who knows? We could get Booster Gold as well, which is a whole other type of character. He's a time traveler and stuff. But yeah, moving on from there, Joe. Anything else you want to talk about Suicide Squad? Any other type of stuff?
You know what? There's a lot of animal harm in this movie.
There's a lot
So
of
do they
animal
burn
harm.
those birds? I can't remember.
They burn not actually.
But
not in real life, but in the
Right.
story of the movie, yes, they did.
I'm trying to remember what happened with the birds. They got burned in the cage.
They poured gasoline into the cage, then lit the whole cage on fire.
Why did they do that?
Because he's a drunk madman.
Who did it?
The general, after the president died, because him
Right,
and Harley
okay.
Quinn, who had spent all that time in the bird cage, the general like went up to him, he's like drunk and everything. He's like, burn him, and then it's just fucking lit on the fire. And he sees the fire, just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like you're going mad.
Okay.
Which is why they're like, well, now that El Salvador, I think was his name, or Salvador something.
Yeah, okay.
Now that he's dead, I'm the new president. And then Queen of the South busted, like, fuck you.
There was a lot of political commentary when it came to U.S. intervention in South America.
So technically that original family wasn't all good either. Because those were dissidents of them and everything that were in those cages and stuff. I don't think they were fully aware of what Peter Cabelli was doing. But they were like, we can maybe use this somehow.
Yeah. Then when the Suicide Squad, they find it's basically that scene out of Predator where they find the encampment of the commando, like people in the jungle, and they start killing them off one by one.
That's such a great scene.
And he's just like in their sleep, and they start doing like a competition, like all these. Fucking...
Dude, the fucking axe kill with the guy who's asleep. He's just.
It's so fucking dark and mean spirited, but it's so James Gunn.
The jump up onto the roof, and it's like he's
they
so
wouldn't have been
silent,
able to do
just
this.
Sneaking around.
That's not a Marvel tone. He couldn't have done that.
Greatest,
even without the blood.
Greatest Marvel movie DC has ever made. Fuck off.
But then the big reveal, like Alice Braga is like, played for laughs. I like that.
King Shark shoving his head through the fucking gap in like the tent instead of like with everybody else. He just, oh, hi guys.
Oh man. Yeah, good time. I think it's probably one of the best movies of the summer. I think it's the movie of the summer, probably one of the best of the year.
I would agree with movie of the summer. I think people are going to be like, well, box office doesn't say so. It's because people watch it for free on HBO Max, which is a better service than Disney Plus because you don't got to pay the fucking bullshit $30 fee.
HBO Max should have had different price plans if you wanted to see the new movies coming out every week in theaters.
I agree with the $5 idea that you
add an extra $5 a month.
Because it is a month, you get a new movie
Right.
as well as TV shows and stuff and everything. And you're getting exclusive content.
Create price plans like a bracket. Like this is where
like
a tier system.
$5 or $3 a month and everything.
Yeah, Netflix.
You're only paying like $7 for the subscription already and stuff.
Yeah, Netflix has different price plans. If you just want to do the regular whatever streaming, one person can go on. It's like what $7.99 or $8.99 or something. Then you go up and up and up, and then more users can go on there. They should have copied that tier system.
I think that's the only problem.
Yeah.
Is that it's like, I'm sad that they're not going to benefit financially from it in the same way that they would for, like, great reviews. Literally immediately got a 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. It was just that one asshole who was like, well, no, but the movie thinks pretty bad. I think
it opened up in the UK. What do you expect? Some of those posh people don't like it.
I'm not too big a fan of blood. Oh, so much blood. Captain Boomerang died. We can't believe we didn't talk about that.
What?
Boomerang.
I know. He was my favorite character, the first one.
Boomer.
I kind of want to just act like he didn't die.
In the comics, he dies and he comes back.
Right. So maybe he can come back.
You know,
Please.
maybe when we get Green Lantern, we'll get the Darkest Night.
I really like Jai Courtney. That was his best role
He
he's
was
had.
amazing. He finally got to have his accent.
Yeah, like his characters.
I love James Gunn's attention to detail with a lot of these people, too, because it's like the glowing boomerangs were like a very common thing for his character, but it was like he has glowing boomerangs. And it's like, yeah, that's his exact boomerang. Just fucking cuts off all the heads and stuff.
Yeah, I hope he's not dead because it means a lot to me. Really.
Maybe he just lost an arm.
I don't know. He got burnt. He was
toasted. No. He got impaled.
Yeah, he was
by all those spikes.
Yeah. Then the helicopter hit him.
Dude, James Gunn. That's when I texted you and Franklin saying I laughed, I cried, I cheered.
Yeah.
I cried the moment I saw him die because it was such a heartbreaking death. Not because I like the character as much and everything, because the fucking smile on his face. It was so earnest when he was looking at Harley, and it's just he's like, we're gonna live.
They fucking sent Harley Quinn into a fucking suicide death trap. Like, yeah, I guess they were Suicide Squad, but like. It was a suicide mission, like entirely. It was a distraction for the real team.
I like the recap as well.
She would do that to Rick Flag, like
100%. Amanda Waller's the devil, and I think this movie made that so much more clear.
And I almost feel like she's like he can handle it. He'll find a way out. Kind of like like
I really think this movie made it so much more clear. Like Amanda Waller is the devil.
Yeah, she is the bad guy.
Like when Rick Flag in the first one, he's like, "Behold the voice of God" and everything. It's like they kind of played her up, and it's like, oh, she is bad and everything. But it's like, no, she will fucking kill everyone, even her A-listers.
Yeah.
Oh. For James Gunn not being a fan of like super suits, like the Superman suit type stuff. For Javelin and like a Peacemaker and stuff, the skin tight like sort of costumes looked amazing.
Yeah.
Also, James Gunn still thinks leather means super suit, which is a big thing I've noticed with his films and stuff. He's gone away from like how the comic versions look, and it's like, okay, leather armor and stuff.
Is it because of the time period at the beginning of superhero movies with X-Men?
I think so.
The costume designer.
I was gonna say, like, you see that a lot with like superhero stuff. It's like with X-Men, with Marvel, with even the CW TV shows. All of those characters had leather costumes as their first iteration and stuff. Flash had like a leather firefighter suit. Green Arrow literally just wore a leather jacket and stuff. I think it's just because it's like his is different though. He like for his characters just wearing leather jackets and stuff, it does seem like super suits. Like Savant's jacket, which I want to get because it's so fucking cool looking. Yeah,
with Bryan Singer in the first X-Men movie, he had the costume designer. She made him all black leather and nothing popped out. It would have been nice.
Then the next couple movies, it was black leather with, here's your unique colored piping.
Well, in the first one, like, you could have done the black leather, then touches of, like, yellow, like, throughout, like, in an X or something, like, or, like, streaks and shit. That would have, like, added something. But then in the next movies, they changed directors and everything.
Right.
The suits start changing. Then when they bring him back, they bring back the costume designer for...
the first one.
For... Which one was it? Apocalypse? I think they bring back the original costume designer and it's all black again.
I think the costumes are better in Apocalypse, though.
They are better, but like you can see
and then
the evolution.
like you also get the super suits at the end and everything,
Yeah.
which are like actually comic accurate. It's like, damn you, Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, I think that,
Fucking pajamas.
oh, horrible. I think the best X-Men movies is First Class and Days of Future Past.
Agreed.
Yeah, you know.
I'd say Apocalypse, the beginning.
the
first half of Apocalypse is really great. Second half, it's okay.
I can't believe no one was like, okay, this is how we're going to portray Oscar Isaac as Apocalypse. As Ivan Ooze that can't move. And Oscar Isaac said he hated the whole film.
I'd love for him to come back. I know he's Moon Knight, but I'd love for him to get another
He was
chance.
like fucking, 12 hours a day,
Makeup.
Makeup and filming. Like, he wasn't able to talk or hang out with anyone the entire time.
I still remember
What a
fucking
shitty
set
experience.
photos of him with Storm, and it's like,
Yeah.
who is this guy? I didn't know it was Oscar Isaac for so long too. But yeah, I think James Gunn's really found a way with his costume designers because despite it being just leather clothing, it does seem like superhero outfits and stuff.
Yeah, it had pop to it, you know. The colors.
I like that Captain Boomerang's like one of his boots just has duct tape going around it. Like
hilarious.
he's got like this whole like uniquely made jacket, but it's like a lot of
He
his
didn't have
clothing
his
is just,
unicorns
like,
this time.
strapped together and stuff. Well, it's because he died.
Well,
we couldn't see any sort of sincerity with him, Joe, with him and his weird unicorn fetish.
I know, but like maybe like in his jacket, like as he's dying, you see like something popping out. But
Oh, I was gonna say as he dies, it goes flying out and like lands in front of Harley. One hand's clutching a boomerang, the other is clutching a unicorn.
oh god. Then she has to grab the javelin too. Like, okay, I have all these MacGuffins now.
Oh, dude, the jet. I weirdly like her like little romance thing with Javelin because it's like the whole movie is like Harley being like, I'm trying to find a new boyfriend type thing, and it's like, I love your accent.
When he dies and she slaps him like, you didn't finish it. You didn't tell me.
What am I supposed to do? What's going on? Oh, dude. I love that. I love the fact that the actor who plays Javelin put on 25 pounds of muscle for this movie.
Wow.
And it's like awesome. Good for you, man. Like, I'm glad you did that for yourself, but it's all like, you didn't need to. You didn't need to, but cool that you did, and like that's your new thing.
That's hilarious.
I think he kept the Javelin costume too, because he does like a lot of stuff wearing it
why
now.
not?
I mean,
Fucking John
Cena's stolen several Peacemaker costumes.
That scene where John Cena puts his arm through a hole, like, holy shit, his arm is huge. Like, comically huge. He looks like a fucking... He looks like a G.I. Joe action figure. It's so, like, the proportions aren't right.
Dope as fuck.
He did a good job.
Oh, man, I really love his character. I can't wait for the TV show.
Yeah, I like the turn where, like, in the third act where he...
Oh god, the face that Ratcatcher has as she watched him kill Rick Flag.
Yeah.
She's so fucking devastated, but like, fuck you.
Then Idris Elba's reaction to seeing her, like, on the ground.
Right. He wasn't thinking about his daughter. He was thinking about, like, protecting this child, basically.
Yeah. Fucking instantly. Like, it was like a gunslinger showdown.
I like how she was trying to be friends with Polka Dot Man so much too.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm sorry, it's so flamboyant. She's like, I think it looks very cool. Like just trying to be so nice to him before he dies.
Oh.
Great movie. I want him to make another one. I'm very scared that they might not allow it despite like having such great review because of the earnings.
It won the weekend still with 26.5 million locally. Then totally I'm not sure if 133 million is worldwide. Probably. Yeah.
For right now and everything, but it's like.
But for opening weekend,
can't wait.
It'll earn more.
I think it'll do better in the Chinese market and everything.
I think with the HBO Max app, I think
you can't access it outside of the United States.
Right.
So it's like everybody else is going to go.
But
to
then
theaters
there's
to see it.
piracy from that. And then
Black Widow is the most pirated movie of 2021.
Then they got to also count into effect, like, okay, well, like, all the HBO Max subscriptions.
Right.
Like, you got to help, like...
Yeah, I think that's the monthly earn for them, because it's going to, like, they're going to wait the month as this comes out.
You got to do the punch-ups for that, too. Like, okay, we didn't make as much money, but it was on HBO Max, and a lot of people were active this month. You know?
So glad they allowed him to make an R-rated movie.
Yeah, it was good.
So great. I can't wait to see who he just mercilessly kills next time. Oh god, I love how he chose the characters for his movie too. Are you aware of that?
Yeah,
He
that's
just
right.
Googled dumbest DC characters.
That's what he did?
Yeah, he Googled it, and then it's like, these are the people he found.
You're going to kill a bunch. Why not?
Oh, absolutely. Like, oh, a guy whose literal superpower is throwing a javelin.
Yeah.
Boom. Guy whose arms just fall off his body. Boom. Still alive, I'm going to say.
I think
because we didn't see him explicitly die.
Yeah, one of the, I think it said critical on the screen. But I think one of the only things that DC told him, like, you got to have Harley Quinn.
Right.
Of course.
You got to have Harley
Why
Quinn. And I think that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't mind that she survived. I think that's her superpower, technically, if I'm being honest. Because in the comics, too, it's like, Harley Quinn has only lived this long out of pure luck, and I think that's her superpower or some bullshit.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I want more Harley Quinn content. I love how James Gunn did the perspective of Harley Quinn's perspective on the world. I think it was done a lot better than Birds of Prey. With how she sees everything.
Yeah.
Except for the torture sequence. I think that was really great for how she sees stuff and everything.
Oh, yeah.
But, in this and everything, I love how she just fucking, like, she doesn't see blood. She just sees flowers and all this bullshit coming out of people. She fucking murders them.
That's great.
Guns them down in the greatest way. And then just fucking just
for the other team to try to save her.
just...
I can't wait to rewatch it, Jim.
We were going to save you.
Yeah. What else should we talk about?
Fuck. Trailers. I forgot what trailers we watched. I was so excited to talk about
we were
this.
watching the card counter trailer.
Oh, yeah. Card counter looks like shit.
Yeah, the color grading looks bad.
Yeah. The, flag bang.
Yeah, that looks good with Sean Penn and his daughter. Josh Brolin's also in this. You haven't seen it?
No.
Let's watch it real quick and give me your thoughts.
I wasn't paying attention.
You weren't paying attention. Jim, you talked about the weasel and how
we talked about the other stuff we didn't talk about in the podcast, like how Weasel survived, a lot of people are going to die, and Steve Agee was listed as the jailer for every character.
Yeah, Flag Day looks good.
That looks neat. He looks like Adam Sandler in Uncut Gems in that one little clip right there.
I'm not sure if that's a positive or negative, Jim.
You take it as you want. Let's see. What else they got here?
Dune's gonna be trash.
You hate it because of that one shot. You've been such a big supporter, and it's that.
So are they gonna make a second one?
I think so, if this one performs well, which I don't think it will. But
right,
I think it's gonna be a good movie.
That's what I'm really hating right now. Is like they're setting it up for a two-parter, and they haven't.
That's what Blade Runner felt like.
But they haven't even done production on the second one.
I think that's the problem.
Blade Runner is setting up a third movie, had to do with the slaves and everything, and the uprising, and we didn't get it.
I think that's a big problem with it, though, is really that, oh, I thought it wasn't going for a second. Is that, they set he sets these movies up and everything, and they're good movies, it's just that people aren't going and seeing them. Wait, hold on, was there a trailer for Stranger Things, the new season?
Oh, I guess there is. This is it?
Yeah, okay. We'll be right back again. After breaking our hearts watching, we watched a bit more. I don't know how we got here, but we watched the Brooklyn Nine-Nine trailer, season finale first, which looked great. And then we watched the Mist finale.
Yeah.
Because we watched a scene where the one lady left the store first, and I told Joe, and then we immediately see her at the end on one of the transport trucks, and he had to verify, and it is goddamn heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Because it's him shooting his kid, and then all the fucking people, and then 20 seconds later, he just sees her, and they make fucking eye contact, and it's like, if I just left the store right at the beginning with her, could have lived.
Fuck. Yeah, that's a hard hitter. I don't know where to go emotionally, talk about anything else after.
It's just horrible. It's not like horrible, like it's a bad movie. It's the greatest ending.
It's a great ending. How could you not have an ending like this?
You're just broken.
Yeah, broken.
You've survived so much.
I remember seeing it in theaters, and everyone walked out broken. Like, holy shit.
Not one person was smiling.
Yeah, it really tears you down.
Except for whoever directed it. He's like, this is exactly what I wanted. Pain. Pain all around. Okay, but leaving off on that, Joe, what would you give a final score to Suicide Squad? And we're going to go out of 100 because I fucking hate that the 100 score got knocked down to 97. Because somebody had to give it like a super low score to do that.
I think it's a good 4-star movie.
4-star?
Yeah.
4 out of 5?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you were saying out of 10 or not. I was going to be like, Joe. But I would agree. 4 out of 5, like an 8 out of 10 type of thing. I 100% agree. That's a great scoring for it. It's like, there are scenes and stuff. It's like you think he's going to do like a mock type of scene, like a making fun of, where they're like explaining their origins. In that scene, I thought like, oh, they're going to do like a parody, but it's like, no, they're kind of committing to it in a very serious fashion. But no, it's great. I think the music choice in this was his best. I think this is his best superhero movie that I've seen him do.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2 are some of my favorite Marvel movies, but I think this is my favorite superhero movie that James Gunn has done in general.
Yeah, it's got a good twist to it.
And I'm including Scooby-Doo 1 and 2 in that list.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think that's where we should end, Joe.
Yeah.
You got any recommendations?
I recommend you go see Suicide Squad.
I recommend that as well, but as always, I will give a quick podcast recommendation. It is, again, one of my old recommendations that I've done a few times now, and it's a very important thing to say this time, because it is a Story Break podcast where 3 professional writers spend an hour writing a mock script for just some random idea that you tweet at them and everything at the Story Break podcast Twitter, or even on Facebook. But they've currently been spending like the past year, Joe, week by week. Well, sorry, not week by week. Every 2 weeks, because it's like a bi-weekly thing.
Yeah.
They would write one scene for the Jar Jar Binks movie that they had made a like joke about in one of their past episodes, and they had done a full-on thing. And it is a very well-made movie, like script and everything. Fully fleshed out, very well made, extremely emotional for some reason. Like, for a Jar Jar movie, this is very emotional. It takes place right after episode 3.
Yeah.
It's like we're picking up on that, and it's like, this is like a just beginning Darth Vader. This is Jar Jar being like very like his cynicism and everything, and it's the Emperor like manipulating him, like using him as like the scapegoat for a lot of stuff, and it's very well made. It's very well thought. Like one of the writers, the one who like writes the script after they come up with the ideas, he does a lot of like research into the Star Wars lore to get a lot of stuff correct for like the things that they bullshitted about and everything. It's very well done, and I think if you really want to enjoy like a good like just script reading and stuff, they have done a full-on read-through of their entire script after they finished it, Joe.
Oh, yeah?
Along with the very final scene of it all, which they had saved just for this episode.
Okay, I think I'll have to give it a listen.
I will tell you this, it was a very good thing to have for work because it is a 3-hour-long podcast episode, which is one of their longest.
Yeah.
But it is absolutely worth it because it's just hilarious. If you want to listen to their breakdowns of how they did each scene, you can listen to the individual episodes where they covered it and everything. But if you just want to listen to the scenes from beginning to end of the film, of them going through it, doing the voices and everything, doing a complete read-through, then I'd say listen to the 3-hour episode. It's very great. I recommend it absolutely to anyone who's a fan of scripts or just a fan of like people being comedians. These are the guys.
All right.
Anything else?
I think that's about it.
I think that's about it as well.
Yeah, let's go watch Suicide Squad.
Let's go watch Suicide Squad again. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Thank you so much. If you're watching this on YouTube for the visual aids and stuff, I'm very sorry they've been so lax and very, like, not as much as usual, but I'm going to be doing it again.
Keeping up, Jim?
I haven't been...
God damn it.
I haven't been editing as much as I do. It's just, it's just a static image, and sometimes there'll be something in there. But I will be picking that up again very soon.
When you get, like, an animator.
We should get an animator.
Throw them on a payroll.
What payroll? We generate nothing from this.
Oh, you don't.
You have a little side business where you're selling our Celluloid Slaughter shirts.
Yes.
Our little Say Goodbye Joe shirts that you got little on side.
Yeah, Jim, we need to start making some merch.
I agree. I will do some Say Goodbye Joe shirts and everything. Draw them up and get your opinions on them. And after that, we'll see where that goes. But with that, if you're watching this on YouTube, please leave us a like, comment, and subscribe. Tell us what you think, because Joe wants to fight you about your opinions on everything.
Let's argue. I want to argue about movies.
I want to know why you think this is a Marvel movie, because it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. Stop. That's wrong. If you're listening to this on Spotify, please share us around. Word of mouth is the best way to keep podcasts like ours going, as well as get us new listeners and everything. And if you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts, please leave us a review out of 5 stars and say something. Anything. I'd love to know what you think about our show. And with all that, as always, every time, thank you all for listening. Say goodbye, Joe.
Goodbye.